Hello, and welcome back to another episode of 100 Coming of Age Films in 100 Days. And today we'll be talking about these 5 films. And the first one this week, Submarine by Richard Ayoade. In the mind of an introverted, calculative and secure boy lies insecurities, fear and confusion. This is the life of a boy who thinks planning, manipulating and forcing ideas onto people would make things go his way. However, life has mysterious ways of working. The atmosphere I felt from the look of this film was cold, like a gloomy, windy and dry winter kind of cold. It's cohesive with the protagonist's nature. To expect nothing and to give everything, the protagonist scurries everywhere to find solace where he can, unbeknownst that he must find his spark in himself. The style of this film is not of its own and heavily inspired by many. From the colors to the editing to the performance of the characters, it breathes life from another. Though I enjoyed at how entertaining and quirky some aspects of this film is, it's still missing some marks at being what it wants to be. Maybe it's looking for it using its limited navigation systems like a submarine. And the second film this week, Loves of a Blonde by Milos Forman. What harsher way to learn about the people who lie and play with you just because they know they have the looks and charisma to do so. I for one do not envy the hardships of the characters in this film. There's a kind of feeling wanting to be loved sincerely whether you meet that person organically or a fabricated connection set up by the elites. You'd expect or desire resonance with the people you encounter. This film brings us to a world where the characters are transactional. The ones who chase temporary satisfaction, and those who seek the opposite is left broken from the uncaring world. This film did not hit me as hard as it potentially seemed. I was left hoping for a solid structure for the story, because at times it felt quite disjointed. I felt generally there's a decent storyline and clear motive. It mostly felt shallow and lacked substance for it to be engaging. And the third film this week, I Killed My Mother by Xavier Dolan. Stuck in the house of a teenage boy and his mother, they navigate through obstacles of their often destructive relationship, communicating their frustrations and needs as calmly and as chaotic as possible. It's clear as day that the characters have strong love and resentment for each other. It's not your typical 3-act story that has a bright and flowery journey of a son and a mother. This film explores more of the direct consequences of the actions of both parties. The loudness from the two main characters pierces through the screen, giving you a performance that's filled with infuriation and spite with many more emotions that lie beneath. I just thought of how expressive the writing of this film is. It had my attention throughout at watching both characters deal with each other. It's like watching two magnets spin profusely, constantly attracting and repelling each other. Safe to say that no matter what they do, it's down to whether accepting and growing will be a choice they make. And the fourth film this week, Salaam Bombay by Mira Nair. Socioeconomic struggles of children in Bombay is prevalent, let alone the country that constantly fails its youth as seen in the film. The streets of Bombay are unkind to those who resist its force. Imagine if a child did. This film does not shy away from telling us that the heinous people runs the streets of Bombay, making the world a terrible place to live and to live off crime to survive. It's no surprise that no matter how much the protagonist suffers, he still ends up back to where he first started. Although the storyline is a decline into the depths of Bombay, I applaud at the honest depiction of the world the protagonist lives in. No sugarcoating the truth and making it clear that there's no way out. I felt like I've been swallowed by the city, walking barefooted on the same surface waste has made contact with, and getting forced to work with the same jobs the addicts work to fund their high. And the fifth film this week, Me, Earl and the Dying Girl by Alfonso Gomez-Rejon. When word gets out that one of your acquaintances have not long to live, you have two choices, which is to ignore it or to make the most out of it. It's a warm film that gets unfathomably cold. However, it's melancholy that creeps from beneath. It's a plethora of emotions that this film manages to bring out of you. It's even arguable that the narration is manipulative, as if showing and telling the story both have different motives. The fun part about this film is when the child in the characters are able to come out and play. It's filled with joy and laughter that you forget what's to come next. The not so fun part about this film is when you have to wake up and accept that you can't be a child forever, that the world will stop spinning one day. I like how this film is benign and patient, giving you ample time and space to think and feel every layer there is, to experience the reality of the characters as truthful as possible. And that's 5 films this week. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment down your thoughts. And I'll see you next week. Bye.